Fala galera, Bulldog Games na área, trazendo aqui mais um vídeo comentado pra vocês. E hoje, meus amigos, estamos aí in the air com que? 12, quase 13 minutos de gameplay exclusiva de Resident Evil 4 Remake. Vamos assistir isso tudo aqui porque está espetacular, muito bonito, muito maravilhoso. Todos os detalhes, e se trata de coisa do capítulo 5, não é do comecinho do game. Então caso tu queira saber a respeito disso tudo, já vai deixando seu like, se tu ainda não é inscrito no canal, pode esperando que se inscreve, não esquece de clicar no sininho porque o YouTube não entrega um vídeo pra ninguém, então bora lá! Bem, estamos aqui, vamos começar. Lembrando que esse material original está na Gamer Informer, então vou deixar aí na descrição para vocês, tá ok? Então bora lá.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to Game Informer. I'm your host, Alex Van Aken, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of this exclusive gameplay footage that we have from Resident Evil 4 Remake, Chapter 5. We're going to be seeing some church gameplay, some Ashley gameplay, and some of the cabin fight, as well as, just overall fighting Ganado and trying to...
Só comentar aqui, ele fala claramente que a gente vai ver alguma gameplay ali do Leon nova, que a gente vai ver gameplay da Ashley e enfrentando vários ganados.
Stay alive. So we've got about 12 minutes of footage here to show you today, and I'm joined by Marcus Stewart. How are you, Marcus?
I'm feeling great.
Esse é o capítulo 5, bem ali na igreja ainda,
in the cover story I
na
wrote.
capela.
I had a lot of fun playing it.
Absolutely. So yeah, this footage starts out and we are, simply escaping
Olha
from the
que
church.
legal as interações com a Ashley, cara, ela ajudando a
How many
gente
hours
no caso,
into the
né?
game would you say this is, Marcus?
Yeah, it's hard to say because we don't know how long the other chapters are. It's got to be at least probably like 3-ish hours, I would guess.
Ah, eles estão falando sobre a duração dos capítulos, que mais ou menos cada capítulo teria 3 horas de duração?
Yeah.
This is not our gameplay, by the way.
Não, acho que eles... Não, fiquei na dúvida agora, se eles gastaram 3 horas pra chegar aí, ou realmente tem 3
People are
horas em
wondering,
cada
this is a
capítulo.
B-roll that Capcom provided, so this is someone
E
on
eles
the
falaram
team.
que as gameplay não é deles, foi
Playing, not
provida
us.
pela Cap.
Yes, we did play through this section, everything that you see today. An important disclaimer, Capcom did help out with accommodations for travel. That means like flights,
Nossa, tá muito
hotel,
bonito,
in
gente.
association
Tá
with this
muito
cover
bonito.
trip. We didn't have any of those conversations. Like that's our bosses that handle all that. We kind of just show up and do our job. But
Cara, o povo tá reclamando
it is an
bastante da
important
chuva, eu não achei...
disclaimer.
Ah,
That being
tá,
said,
em alguns
we are
pontos
not
fiquei meio
influenced
estranha
by
mesmo.
that.
Em alguns momentinhos.
I've secured Baby Eagle.
Parecendo chuva de arroz, né?
Is she okay?
Affirmative.
Well done, Condor One. I'll dispatch a
Oh,
chopper.
o Leon tá dobrado, né? Olha pra tu ver o tricepão dele, cara. Tá legal.
Make your way there and don't let anything happen to Baby Eagle.
Copy that.
Baby Eagle, adoro
Weather's
isso.
getting worse. Roost out.
Adoro.
So you see the Hunnigan conversations are in game now, which is nice.
Olha o mapa, que legal.
Yeah,
Nossa,
you
bem
can kind of
grande.
move around while it's happening.
Bem grande.
Nice shot of the map there, going to the helicopter extraction point where nothing will go wrong, I'm sure. So yeah, in the beginning you saw Leon and Ashley sort of just talking about like, hey, we need to get out of here. Fun fact, without spoiling, there's a little extra area in that upper deck that you can find if you don't want to just beeline it straight for that ladder. So keep an eye out up there. I found it on my playthrough. So yeah, we are
Mesmo esquema do
making our
Resident
way
Evil 2
through
Resident Evil
here.
3, né? Bem parecida a
Leon
animação.
being a gentleman, moving that out the way. 'Cause
Show.
He's all big and strong.
Nossa, olha lá, um ganadinho ali na frente, cara. Você vai matar na... Ó, ajoelhado. Escondendo, bem no stealthzeira da massa. Os ganados são mais inteligentes, né? Tem que ser desse jeito, querendo ou não. Eles mantêm um certo nível de consciência. Escolhendo itens.
And yeah, this part was pretty fun to get through. I tried to get
Ah,
through
ó
it
que legal.
stealthily the first couple times.
Ó. Ixi, Alinho, vacilou, meu irmão. Pega essa 12 aí e mete tiro nele. Ah, tá sem 12? Tá sem 12? Nossa senhora, uma machadeira, velho.
You okay?
Ah, agora vai pegar a 12. Pega a 12, mete pouco neles, vai. Isso. Ah, pular aquela parte. Olha lá, ó. Tem desmembramento. como a gente sempre fala, o Japão não tem desmembramento por escolha deles, né? Mas sempre tem a opção de
So you're going to
desmembramento
notice
aqui.
there's going to be a few jumps in the clips here. Again, that's a Capcom thing, so this isn't going to be a straight run through
Olha aí.
of the chapter.
Vamos ver.
It's going to jump around at points.
Show!
But as you can see, the flash
Aí, ó,
grenade's
viu
still
o
very
uso do...
effective
Por que que vai
against those,
servir o óculos lá, o
tentacle
óculos esportivo, pra gente não ter esse
transformed
problema.
As we enter the cemetery,
Gostei.
you get a
Ó.
little bit of a taste of one of the side quests, which is sort of a spin on the cemetery puzzle. As you can see, you can still
Várias side
shoot birds'
quests
nests to get those
pra conseguir
precious eggs,
os
or I guess
ovos.
a chicken egg that's in a bird nest in the tree.
Okay.
Don't ask me how that works.
Ok.
You know how it is. But I mean, in the original game, you killed snakes and got chicken eggs, which was always
É.
kind of weird.
Tu consegue matar
There it
as
is.
cobras lá no jogo original, né, no caso.
Well done.
Man himself.
Look at you.
So you can see here turning in side
Gostei da
quests,
voz do
what you're
mercador.
gonna be doing.
Gostei bastante. Vender. Vamos lá. Nossa, tá...
One has to wonder how he.
Cara, fácil de conseguir dinheiro nesse
Moved with
capítulo.
all
Até o
that
capítulo
heavy
5 já tá
equipment
gastando
in that
dinheiro,
coat.
porra.
A choice
You
of
know,
an
must be pretty strong. It's kind of like a Dragon Ball, like Piccolo weighted training gear. He's probably pretty strong. But
É,
was
mas
thinking
os
he's just,
upgrades
like,
eles
into
são bem
CrossFit.
carinhos também, é pra tu ver.
You know?
you know, we don't know. He's a mysterious figure. As you see, we're upgrading our equipment here. You can upgrade knives now, as mentioned in the cover story, which is nice. Which
Show
you're going to
demais.
be needing because they have limited durability, and you're going to be using it
Uma
quite a
nova
bit for
arma,
the
né,
new
no
parry
caso.
mechanic, which I enjoy. And you can see there's another side quest right there. You're going to want to keep an eye out in the environment for those blue flyers. Oh,
Tô
so there's the
gostando, tô
wild
gostando,
dog
hein?
quest. That was one of the more involved quests that we saw so
Absolutely.
far.
We need to keep moving.
And you won't see the solution in this footage, but you will see sort of what's on the other end of this side quest for you.
Yeah.
The dog is hard to find. We are going to show the dog.
Ah, eles vão mostrar o cachorro. Será que ele não morre então mesmo, né? Igual o povo falou. Show demais. Mas eles falaram que é difícil de achar.
The way to find the dog will be, I guess, a little bit of a mystery. And also important to note, we turned left when we left that door. There is another path behind us if we were to turn right
Na
out of
testa.
that door that
Puta que
goes into an underground
Voadeira-
tunnel that
voadeira-
like, takes you up
voadeira
through a
rodada.
well in the
Roundhouse
village. So
kick.
there's a lot of paths available.
Yeah, like when we both came through
Bem
here, we just
escurinho o
assumed
game
just the
tá,
way the
né?
camera's framed.
Achei
We're like,
que a
okay,
galera
this is
gosta.
it's the only way to go. But yeah, one of the producers
Ixi.
pulled us aside and was like, hey, check this out. And we were like, oh, okay.
Ele já tava cheio de arma nessa hora, hein?
Here we go. We've got the
Pô, e aquele
Village
vaso ali
Knight.
rodando daquele jeito? Que isso? Que
the
bug
lady
foi aquele?
thought she could take a pitchfork to
Pode
Leon.
ver, a tempestade tá
Didn't
tão
work out for
forte
her.
que o Leon ele tem que
And this is
tampar o
a-
rosto
I-
em determinados momentos, olha aí.
I was gonna just comment on the rain. I know that there's a lot of talk about
Rain Gate.
Rain Gate. I do agree. I think it can be tuned down a little bit.
É, tá estranho
It
essa
does
chuva.
feel like intentionally, like it is intentionally obfuscating the environment, and kind of adds to that tension. Like you can't see what you're shooting. I do agree, though. It's a bit much. And you know, it'd be great, Marcus, if there's like a rain
Olha o
slider.
bagulho ali, pô.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Loud Saddler,
I
né?
just want a nice little downpour as we see. I love the lighting in this game. You know, like it just the bloom on the flashlight and just how dark everything is. Like it just makes especially like interiors like this of the
Bem legal isso,
Ashley
tá?
up to
Sempre
do
ajudando a gente
her,
assim, desse jeito.
do her thing, get Leon up there. Yeah, it just makes the interiors creepier. Like that,
É, velho.
like
Olha
the
aí.
first time that owl made me jump because you just see
Olha
the
ali,
glowing
meu
eyes in
irmão.
the dark.
Yeah.
and you're like, oh
Vira
my god,
corujinha.
what is that?
There. I will say there were a
Pô, não
couple
queria ter
times
visto
when I was
isso, cara.
playing
Queria ter ficado
the demo
tido esse
where
medo aí na hora que
it was
apareceu
kind of
esse
in
olho
a very
amarelão.
dark
amarelão.
environment, and Leon wasn't pulling up his flashlight, which is kind of frustrating. So I'm just kind of like clambering around in the dark. It was mostly
Aí
like
o
outdoor.
doguinho.
Oh,
There he
here's
is.
the dog.
Caralho,
Look at
meu
that
irmão.
thing. It's got like a weird, almost like a scorpion tail. Now that I'm looking at it again.
É.
So yeah, Capcom also pointed out, for those wondering, that this dog
Caralho.
is not the dog that Leon can rescue in the original game, because, you know, in this game he's
Ah, é.
presumably dead. So, you know, at the time we kind of were like, oh, maybe this is the dog, but they were...
Caralho, tu viu que é presumido que aquele cachorro do início do game tá morto, né? Que bosta, irmão. Vai morrer mesmo, vão matar o
very
doguinho. Que
clear to
saco.
point out, like, nope, different dog. And you're like, okay. But yeah, that
They
dog
also
fight is
wouldn't-
pretty hard.
They also wouldn't definitively answer if it was the same dog in this game as in the old game. In terms of the one that's dead at the beginning of the game, they're like, maybe it's not the same dog.
Ah,
And it's
não, eles falaram que... Não,
Ok.
tá ok. Eles não
see a
deixaram
blue
claro
down up
se
there,
aquele
it's
cachorro
beyond.
morreu ou não.
Takes it out. So
Yeah.
you see it's 1 of 5.
Deixaram um
So I asked
mistério.
Capcom about that because in the original game it was kind of like 15 in the same area, and they said that that side quest reappears in different parts of the map. So you're going to be shooting... It sounds like you're going to be shooting
Luis.
medallions outside of just like the village area. And they just sort of like divided them into like batches of 5.
Show. Bacana. Até agora é bacana.
Hey, I see you found your missing senorita.
Senorita has a name, Miss Ashley. You are?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Very good questions, unfortunately.
Olha lá. Perguntas boas, mas a gente não tem tempo pra isso não, cuzão.
It's game time.
It's game time.
And due to the cuts, there's a lot of that village before the bridge that we ran over.
Parece a
that you
quantidade de
can,
inimigos
you know,
tá bem
fight through and
maior, né? Eu tô
explore.
achando
There's
isso aí
a lot
também, viu,
that they
gente?
didn't show in this footage. It's where, at least during our playthrough, the brute first
Dá
appears.
pra tampar
the cow-headed
as
enemy,
janelas, presta atenção
right.
aí, gente.
in that area just before the bridge that we crossed. But,
Yeah, because in the
bacana
footage we've put out of this, people have seen the cow guy
atira logo que vai
shows
estragar
up
essa
here,
porra,
here,
viado.
but you
Yeah.
actually fight him well before this. So
Yeah, so when
it
he
seems
shows
like
up in
he's
the
gonna
fight-
be
Ixi,
over-
mas já brotou inimigos do
Or he's-
lá.
yeah,
não,
he's definitely
Perry,
a recurring enemy,
Perryzeira.
but when he shows up in the fight,
Né?
you've already had to fight him before, and so I feel like it's extra tense because it's like, oh my god,
Mano,
I
tá
gotta fight this
muito
guy now.
bonito o game. A
Yeah,
iluminação,
I saw
o
some people
fogo, as
speculating that he
tochas,
might be a
são
single
coisas que não
persistent
são
enemy that
fáceis de
follows
fazer
you.
e estão muito bonitas.
No.
Pretty sure that is not the case.
Tá
yet. I
bem
think he's
parecido
just-
I-
com
I have killed him several times.
os inimigos lá de
Different
Resident
areas.
Evil 3, né?
That's
Infectados
the
pelo
new enemy
Nemesis.
type.
Acho que é aí que tá a referência do Las Plagas,
This
né?
fight was pretty wild.
E
as
agora
it is
vem
in
o
the
touro,
original,
vem o
but even
tourão.
more so here. And there he is, Mr. Bullman. There's been a lot of like back and forth, like is he a cow, is he a bull? But I was like, he's got a horn there, not the a bull thing.
Well, a bull is just a
Eu
cow.
quero chamar de vaca.
It's a
velho,
male
isso
cow.
I mean,
é-
yeah, they're the same thing, but you know, like bulls have horns.
Okay,
You know.
that's fair. That's fair.
Nossa, esse bicho parece ser forte, hein?
Listen.
He's
Olha
got a
isso.
single horn
Puta que
there.
pariu.
Looks like
Olha-
as Leon just gets pummeled.
Mano, olha o HP do Leon. Uma.
And
Marreta,
yeah, that's the
filhão.
end of the action gameplay we've got to show off. This is a look at putting gems
Gostei
inside
do
of,
Sr. Toro, viu? Gostei bastante.
treasures to increase their value. Of course, if you different combinations of gems net you different bonuses.
Vou mostrar os bônus, né? De armamento, olha aí.
There
Bem
are now
bacana também.
customized cases that have different bonuses. So, like the black case has an increased drop rate for L resources.
Yeah.
And you can pick up charms as well, a little chicken charm. The charms and the cases they
olha lá,
they
as
give you
maletas,
little
ó.
passive bonuses.
Yeah, and you can do that stuff in.
Lembra
the-
disso, guys? Os amuletos que tu colocar nos itens, tanto nas armas quanto também nas maletas e tudo mais, eles sempre vão dar bônus pra vocês aumentar a sua maleta, ou então dar saúde igual aquele ele dá, né? Quando toda vez que tu pega e consome um ovo, outros vão te dar mais munição, outros vão te dar mais dano. Bem
typewriter
legal.
menu as
Tem
you saw.
isso.
So you can't do that all the time, just when you reach those saves point.
Bacana isso, bem bacana, gostei.
To keep up with all of our coverage, bookmark
Basicamente
GameInformer.com.
seria isso, viu, meus amigos? Eu gostei bastante de tudo que foi revelado. Acho que a Capcom vai trazer mais novidades muito em breve. Foi basicamente isso que ela fez todas as outras vezes com o lançamento de Resident Evil. Provavelmente a demo também esteja saindo do forno, né? Normalmente é isso que eles fazem. E o mais provável é que a gente tenha evento aí essa semana, tá ok? Que eu falo essa semana próxima. Isso aí tá muito na cara, pelo menos na minha opinião. Comentem aí o que vocês acharam a respeito disso tudo que a gente falou aqui a respeito. Comentem o que vocês acharam desses 12 minutos aí de gameplay, 4K, 60 FPS, tudo muito lindo. Gameplay exclusiva do capítulo 5. Bem, espero que tenham curtido esse vídeo. Caso tenha curtido, não esquece de deixar o seu like. Se tu ainda não é inscrito no canal, pode se inscrever, não esquece de clicar no sininho, porque o YouTube não entrega o vídeo pra ninguém. Então, falou do alguém, aquele abraço e fui!